Salads are supposed to be light, healthy, and fun, and you might think they're one of the easiest things to make. Just take a handful of greens, throw some add-ins, and dress it, right? Nope. Hi viewers, and welcome back to another Bestie video. People who are trying to eat healthier often choose salad because they think it'll help them lose or maintain a healthy weight. But many times the salad that you make at home or that you order in a restaurant is actually unhealthy, full of fat and high in calories. So what's turning such a healthy food into an unhealthy one? For that, keep watching today's video, where we'll tell you what salad blunders you've been making. From overdosing the cheese, putting in too much dressing, adding croutons, cutting veggies the wrong size to tossing it, and more. Watch until the end to find out all of them. Number 1. Using store-bought dressing. Salad dressings and vinaigrettes marry all of the components together, making a bowl full of bits and pieces into a cohesive meal. Dressings add pops of flavor, whether heat, acid, or even a touch of sweetness to balance everything out. Unfortunately, many of these things can be full of fat and sugar, adding tons of unwanted calories and masking the natural flavors otherwise found in the salad. Making your own refreshing and tasty, not to mention healthier salad dressings at home is simple and requires just a few of your pantry staples. May we suggest a basic vinaigrette to start? It uses only 4 ingredients and works with just about every salad combination. Just add 1 tablespoon mustard, 1 tablespoon honey, 100 milliliter vinegar, and 200 milliliter olive oil to a canning jar. Cover with a lid and shake vigorously. Have you ever tried homemade salad dressing? Share with us your favorite homemade recipe down below in the comments section. Number 2. Overdoing the cheese. Cheese isn't a bad salad topping. It's a good source of calcium and it does contain protein. But the wrong type can easily sabotage your salad. It's a big culprit of hidden calories and fat, particularly if you're ordering out. Stick to grated varieties like Parmesan, which will go further and be better distributed throughout. Or look for a low-fat mozzarella or feta. Even though feta can be a little high in sodium, it's a lower-fat cheese with more flavor, so you can back off the quantity. Number 3. Not washing your greens. Do you own a salad spinner? If not, and you enjoy salad, then it might be time to invest in one. That's because whether you buy greens from a bag or a whole head of your favorite leafy green, you should wash them and dry them properly. Particularly if you bought them at a farmer's market, they're probably pretty dirty and may even have a few critters buried deep inside of them. So a quick rinse won't suffice. Aside from giving leaves an inadequate wash, another thing people tend to mess up when prepping greens is drying them. Patting them with a towel will still leave some water on the leaves, which means the dressing won't adhere. A salad spinner is ideal in this situation. You can also place the greens in a bowl in the sink. Fill it with water, add a few ice cubes if the leaves seem limp, swish it around, change the water, and repeat until the water is clear of all sand and dirt. Then, the fun part. Loosely wrap the greens in paper towels and place them in a plastic grocery or produce bag. Tie it closed and then gently toss it up and down a few times. Remove the lettuce and it should be dry. Washing them properly helps remove the dirt and pesticide residue. Drying the greens helps the dressing to stick, allowing a little dressing to go a long way. Number 4. Putting ingredients in the wrong order. The crown jewel in most salads are the mix-ins, whether summer tomatoes, fresh figs, or tender cubes of avocado. The issue with all of these additions is that they're heavy and often wind up at the bottom of the bowl, lost under a pile of lightweight greens. The trick for avoiding this is to toss the greens first, then toss the vegetables or fruits in a separate bowl in a small amount of the same dressing. Then, right before serving, arrange the extras atop the salad and finish the dish with something crunchy. You can use nuts, puffed quinoa, or amaranth. Number 5. Adding your dressings the right way. Of course, drizzling your vinaigrette is perfectly fine if you're planning on eating it immediately. But if you're making a salad for later, do yourself a favor and hold off. The acid and salt in the dressing causes the vegetables in your salad to start to break down. So hours from now, when it's time to eat, you're stuck with a limp, soggy mess. Ideally, you want to store your dressing separately and toss it with your salad at the last minute. But if you don't want to deal with multiple containers, put your dressing in first, before adding any veggies. By doing so, it'll sit at the bottom of your container or bowl instead of coating every single leaf. Your salad will stay fresh, crisp, and delicious until you're ready to eat it. Number 6. Adding unhealthy crunchy toppings. Crunchy toppings like croutons, fried wontons, or crispy sesame sticks can quickly negate your healthy lunch intentions. All of these are fried, so you get a lot of extra fat there. If you're eating out, look for salad bars that offer dried soy nuts for that crunchy texture. Even better, bring your lunch and make your own healthier crunchies by baking off chunks of multigrain bread or strips of raw wonton wrappers in the oven until crispy. You can also break up snacks like baked pita chips, crisps, or thins to toss on top. You'll use much less than a serving size, so they won't burst your calorie count and they'll deliver a salty crunch that you're craving. Number 7. Piling on nuts and fruit. Dried cranberry and nuts are a match made in salad heaven, but the combo isn't such a dream for your waistline. Dried fruit is one of those things people love to add to a salad, but if you don't measure it, it can easily add several extra servings of fruit, which is a lot of sugar. The same goes for nuts like walnuts or almonds, which can push your fat intake over the edge. Be sure to measure out 1 serving of dried fruit and try coarsely chopping your nuts so you use less and still get texture and flavor with every bite. You can also try swapping out dried fruit for baked coconut chips for a sweet taste with a punch of fiber and iron. Number 8. Pouring on too much dressing. Drowning your salad in too much dressing is the number 1 way to mess up your salad. You may think the more dressing the better because that's where all the flavor comes from, but there's nothing less appetizing than a salad that's dripping in oil. If you've accidentally added too much, try throwing more greens to correct the ratio. While the ratio of dressing to salad is very important, it's also wise not to dump the dressing right on top of the salad. For 1, you might add too much dressing, and 2, the dressing won't be evenly distributed. Instead, coat a bowl like the one you're going to serve it in dressing and add the salad to it. Then toss the salad in the bowl so that the dressing can evenly coat the greens. Number 9. Cutting veggies the wrong size. Salads are meant to be eaten 1 bite at a time, so cutting your veggies too large or not making them uniform in size creates a problem. Each bite should have a little bit of everything in the salad. No one wants a large piece of lettuce or a chunk of cucumber. With that being said, no one wants itsy bitsy pieces of onion that they can't pick up with a fork. Make sure you chop your greens in addition to all your other veggies. This salad will be much easier to eat if they're small. If you have onions, peppers, and cucumbers in the salad, try cutting them up the same size. It'll make a big difference. Number 10. Adding the same boring protein. Because boneless, skinless chicken breast is high in protein and low in fat, it's a favorite among health-conscious folks. Yes, there are ways to make lean chicken breasts taste great, but it shouldn't be your only option. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs are also relatively low fat, yet less prone to drying out. Hard-boiled or soft-boiled eggs are another fun and easy protein topper, as is jarred and canned tuna, salmon, or shrimp. You can also go plant-based with pre-marinated tofu cubes, roasted chickpeas, or any kind of bean. Eating protein-rich foods every day can be very beneficial to your body. And no, we're not just talking about muscle building. To find out all the benefits, watch this video titled "Eating More Proteins Would Do This to Your Body." Now, back to mistakes that are turning your healthy salad unhealthy. Number 11. Sticking with the usual base. If you visited your local farmer's market this year, you'll notice there's a ton of greens available outside of the customary arugula, spinach, kale, and romaine. Search for seasonal leafy greens for your salad base, like match, mesclun, dandelion greens, microgreens, baby kale, chicory, and escarole. Adding a variety of greens will not only give you multiple health benefits, but it'll also add flavor and texture to your salads. And unless you're making a wedge salad or using it for lettuce wraps, refrain from buying the basketball-sized iceberg heads as they add minimal nutritional value. Number 12. Not tossing it. Do you portion your salad into a bowl and then pour it on the dressing? If so, you're ending up with some pieces that are drenched and others that are dry, which isn't very pleasant. Take a cue from restaurants and drizzle on dressing. Toss well to coat using tongs or 2 forks, then divide it up. You'll use a lot less dressing this way, and each bite will be coated and flavorful. How often do you eat salad? What are your preferred ingredients for the salad? Are they healthy? Unhealthy? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of Bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.